the roles that have ensured that we have development in our county, and I will introduce them, but I will start with the area MCA, Honorable Member for Mugmoine. Where are you? Quickly. Yeah, very quickly. Just mention your name as the area MCA, then the others I will just mention their names. So, area MCA, the MCA for Kakuzi Itubiri, where the land is located. Thank you. We have Honorable Royce, nominated member. Honorable Edwin, MCA for Getuge, here he is. Honorable Pauline, nominated member. Honorable Naomi, MCA for Rocho. Honorable John Monywa, MCA Gaisajiro Ward. Nominated member Mheshimiwa Diana. Mheshimiwa Jane Mokami, nominated. Mheshimiwa Warispa Kimboroli Ward. Mheshimiwa Kegawega Mugoiri. Mheshimiwa Moses Mogoro Ward. Mheshimiwa Hana, nominated. Mheshimiwa Simon Wamoya Ngararia Ward. Toba Kabiti Ward. Mheshimiwa Gladys, nominated member. Mheshimiwa Moteti Tetea Makuyu. Mheshimiwa Boniface Mudhithi. Mheshimiwa Samson Mokora Kagodoine Ward. Mheshimiwa John Goge Kefaya Gataga Ward. Mheshimiwa Kafera Kamahoha Ward and the chair trade. Mheshimiwa Karina Mashigo Township Murang'a budget chair. Mheshimiwa Margaret Wakangata Wagu Ward. Mheshimiwa Isaac Chefman Kahubu Ward. Mheshimiwa Peter Moga Muraradia Ward. Mheshimiwa Roiro Wakuri uko Biri Ward. Mheshimiwa Wakagare, Mheshimiwa Moses. Mheshimiwa Esther, nominated member. We have the leadership. We have the whip. Mheshimiwa Kiru, thank you very much. Morris, Mheshimiwa Morris. Mheshimiwa Liz Kenyona Ward, and the Deputy Majority Leader and the Deputy Speaker, MCA Moses, wa kule uko Gashoi, wa ward hii tunaita Kehubwine Ward. Thank you very much.
Yeah, as the Deputy Governor comes back, I want to take a lot of pride with the team that you have seen there. People have asked us why we don't have wrangles in Murang'a. We have them, but we choose to do them in the boardroom, not on the rooftop of cars. Thank you. God bless you.
Asante sana, Mustahiki Speaker, for being very efficient. Allow me to recognize the Ambassador Philip Dhiongo, who has been among us. Karibu sana, Ambassador. Allow me now to recognize members of Parliament who are in the present, and I would like to request the Member of Parliament from Kangema, Mheshimiwa Kehongi, to recognize the various members of Parliament who are with us, and then we are going to move forward.
Okay, thank you very much. Protocols observed. My name is Peter Kehogi, MP Kangema, and I think I will do the same as we have done. I think these are meeting for people of protocols and orders, and therefore I wish I would call the members of Parliament who are here. I can only see Babu Owino. I think you are the only member of Parliament. Uko na gitari, karibuni, just come please. We just do an introduction. I think even senators, we just do it together. Because of time, and I think the way they are organized is that speeches will come later. We just do introduction. Therefore, I'll just call for introduction for members. We know who are here. Senator Onyonka. We have our Senator Veronica. I think it's just an introduction, your name, and the areas that you represent. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the Governor, Murang'a County, Your Excellencies, the Governors present, Chairman Dr. Peter Munga, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Honorable Dr. Babu Owino, Member of Parliament for Embakasi East constituency. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Your Excellency, the Governor of Murang'a County, Honorable Lirungu Kang'ata, Mfalme wa Maendeleo, Your Excellency, Governors who are present, Mudhoniwa, Dr. Peter Munga, and the congregation. I am David Ole Sankok, Member of Parliament, East Africa Legislative Assembly. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Kirinyaga, Your Excellency, my Governor, Anne Waiguru, and all protocols observed, I am Kashoki Gitari, the MP for Kirinyaga Central, and a friend of Governor Kang'ata. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Murang'a County, Irungu Kang'ata, Your Excellencies from other counties, my good friend, Governor of Kirinyaga and Waiguru, Your Excellency, Badilisha from Nyandarua County, and Deputy Governors who are present today, distinguished guests, sponsors, members of County Assembly, members of Parliament, and all invited guests and visitors and members of other states. Good morning. My name is Senator Veronica Maina, nominated Senator of the Great Republic of Kenya from the great county of Murang'a. And I want to take this opportunity to warmly welcome you to Murang'a County. This is the best county in the whole 47 counties. And I want to welcome all of you and say that you couldn't have a better destination for investment than being in Murang'a County. In 1978, the Municipal Council of Murang'a lent money to the Treasury, the National Treasury of the Republic of Kenya. And we want to position this county back to its original place, which carries the economy and becomes core to the economy of Kenya, because when Murang'a prospers, Kenya will prosper. God bless you. It's not time for speeches. I'm coming back with a speech when the president comes. God bless you. Asante sana.
Good morning, everybody. Your Excellency, Governor Kang'ata, my friend, my brother, distinguished guests, my Lordship Bishop, I'm happy to see you. Governor Waiguru, Governor Badilisha, and all the teams that are here, the Chairman of Equity Bank. My name is Senator Richard Onyonka. I come from Kisii County, and I came here because when I was trying to get elected, Kang'ata came to my place to support me. The only thing he did is he slept in my place, but he never left me any money. But I won the election, so I'm very happy. That's why I'm here. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this is an honor by His Excellency the Governor that Babu Owino can make a small speech, because I think he's leaving. Karibu, Babu Owino.
I'm here because of Governor Irungu Kang'ata. And if I can tell a brief history from where we came from way back at the university, Governor Kang'ata is a very solid man. At the University of Nairobi, he was a student leader. And in Murang'a today, he is a governor for the people, a governor of the people, and a governor by the people. And clearly, you can tell this by how Murang'a County is performing. The other day, there was the release of a scientific poll that ranked Murang'a County being the best county in the Republic of Kenya. As Embakasi Republic was also ranked as the best in the Republic of Kenya. And therefore you know that birds of a feather flock, together. Way at the university, the governor saw something unique in me. And the governor, when I was suspended from the university, as you all know, I was fighting for the inherent and inalienable rights of the comrades at the university. The then, may his soul rest in peace, Professor Magoa, suspended me. The first person that I went to was Governor Irungu Kang'ata. But because of the hope that he saw in me, because of the faith that he saw and had in me, is the reason why I'm here today. And is the one who assisted me to go back to the university. He talked to Professor Magoa. I was readmitted back to the university, and today I can proudly say that because of you, Governor, I have 5 degrees and 6 diplomas. I'm just being humble. Industry that has 16%, contribute 16% to our economy. And in that industry, we are still lagging behind. We also have the agricultural industry that contributes only 19% to our economy. Then the next question is, why are we lagging behind in the agricultural industry and in the manufacturing industry? We know very well that agrarian revolution, together with industrial revolution, are what we need for the growth of our economy. With agrarian revolution, we will be sure that our farmers will get their day-to-day or their daily bread. We will be sure that through industrial revolution, jobs will be created. And therefore, I urge the government to honor and respect the agriculture industry, where agriculture farmers in the agricultural industry must be enabled. An environment must be created for our farmers to get fertilizers at very affordable rates, at cheaper prices, so that we can boost agriculture in our nation. And the moment we produce the farm inputs, we take them direct to manufacturing. We don't have to always export our tea and coffee, and the final product sent back to us at higher prices. We can equally produce them in our farms, manufacture the final product, should be used or should be exported, and we should create a good market both locally and internationally, because in Kenya we have approximately a population of 55 million people. With proper marketing, we can get proper markets for our products. I want to tell you that the moment we embrace manufacturing, that is the point that our economy will boost and will grow. Why? Because we will be encouraging domestic absorption as opposed to foreign absorption, where money will circulate in our economy. And therefore, I encourage all the leaders can circulate. Otherwise, thank you and God bless the people of Murang'a. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. Mpigeni makofi. Your Excellencies, allow me to reintroduce the PS Investment, Abukadar Hassan Abukadar. My apologies. The PS Investment is here with us. Thank you very much. I apologize for the mix-up. Your Excellencies, allow me to go to the next level of introductions, to bring here the County Executive Committee members, as well as members of chief officers who represent the county in terms of investments, in terms of development from all departments. Kindly members of CCs and chief officers. Kindly. Your Excellencies, as well as our invited guests, when we talk of investment and we talk about development of Murang'a, this is the team that helps His Excellency the Governor in implementation of its mandate. And I would like to begin these introductions from the members, from the chief officers, beginning with the chief officer in charge of health services, Mheshimiwa Karoga, mpigeni makofi. We have chief officers water services, Bridget Wairimo. We have chief officer public service and devolution. We have chief officer communication, Bwana Gushu. We have chief officer in charge of lands. We have chief officer in charge of finance, Bwana Gesheha. Chief officer in charge of ICT, Koril. You have chief officer in charge of health development, Elliot. Chief officer in charge of infrastructure, Engineer Maxwell. And then we have members of county executive who are the CECs. We are going to begin with the advisor of legal services. We have the chief of staff who has just, and also the director of this conference, Mheshimiwa Kiviro, Mpigeni makofi. We have the advisor on legal services, Wakili Njenga. We have the CEC in charge of infrastructure, Engineer Pius. Asante sana. We have the CEC in charge of devolution, Dr. Kiringai. We have Dr. Mbogwa, who is the CEC in charge of health. We have our county secretary, Dr. Newton, mpigeni makofi. We have the CEC in charge of youth affairs and social services, Mheshimiwa Gashusha, mpigeni makofi. We have CEC in charge of education, Mheshimiwa Wairimo. We have a CEC in charge of finance, Professor Kiarie Mwaura. We have CEC in charge of land, Mheshimiwa Gatuna. We have the Deputy County Secretary, mpigeni makofi. We have the CEC in charge of water and environment, Mheshimiwa Mary Magoshi, mpigeni makofi. And finally, we have the mother department. That's why we are here today. I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself and the department you represent.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. All protocols observed. My name is Paul Kemani Mugo. I'm the CEC for Agriculture, Trade, Industrialization, and Cooperative Development. Welcome all, and thank you very much.
Allow me, Your Excellencies, when His Excellency the Governor came into office, he recognized that he didn't know everything about everything. And so, he put together a team that has helped shape the vision of Murang'a, that has helped shape the economic development of Murang'a into the next 20, 30 years. And these are the members of Murang'a Budget and Economic Council. Allow me, Your Excellencies, with all humility, to ask the members of Murang'a Budget and Economic Council to be outstanding and to kindly come forward so that the chair of Murang'a Budget and Economic Council can introduce the entire team so that we can also move ahead with the team. So kindly, members of Budget and Economic Council, kindly come forward so that we can make those introductions. Kindly.
Your Excellencies, the governors present, honorable members of parliament and senators around are present, our guests, good morning. These are the members of Economic Council of Murang'a County who were appointed on day one by His Excellency Governor Dr. Irungu Kang'ata. And I know the name of all of them. I'm their chairman, but allow me to request each one of them to come here and introduce himself or herself and make a remark or two. And I'll start with the one just next to me. Come forward.
Thank you, Chairman. Your Excellencies, all protocols observed. My name is Dr. Salome Gitoho. I'm happy and proud to invite you and welcome you to this great county. There are great opportunities. Karibuni sana.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Mudura Macharia. I am a member of this council. I am the chair of the Vision 2050 committee of this council, and I'm also the chairman of Equity Group Holdings. And I welcome all of you to this investment conference and look forward to spending the next 2 days with you to make Murang'a great. Welcome.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Kanyenje Gakombe. I'm a healthcare professional, a member of the Economic Council, chair of the Kenya Healthcare Federation, and the leader within the Council of the Healthcare Pillar. Karibuni sana Murang'a.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Professor Felicita Wanjiru Njuguna, Professor of Kenyatta University, and in this council, I'm the chair of education. Karibuni sana, let's invest in education in Murang'a. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, all the protocols observed, my name is Dr. Engineer John Mosonik. I'm a member for Economic Council, and apart from that, I work in Safaricom. I'm in the team for the technology and innovation. Welcome, thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, all protocols observed. My name is Wayne Cook. I'm the Managing Director for Del Monte Kenya Limited, a major investor in Murang'a County, and I welcome everybody to Murang'a County. Thank you.
All protocol observed. My name is Professor Zipporah Ng'ang'a, proudly from Murang'a County, and I want to say to the investors, this is the place to invest in. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Your Excellency, the Governor, all protocols observed. My name is Jim Nambaru. I'm a member of the Economic Council, and I chair the Trade and Investment Committee, which in many ways has been responsible for organizing these major events. I don't claim any credit for it. I want to thank all those who are involved in organizing it. They've done a wonderful job, and I wish everybody a great success today. Thank you very much indeed.
All protocols observed. My name is Professor Dixon Nyariki. I'm the Vice Chancellor of Murang'a University of Technology, the only university in this county, a shining university. We are among the best universities in the country. And I'm a member of the Economic Council. I'm happy to be here. We've been organizing this activity, and we are all happy that the day has come, and we are all welcome. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, allow me to start on the already established protocols. My name is Ambassador Modoni Gishohi, a former ambassador to the People's Republic of China, and I serve on the Trade Committee at Jim Nabaru. I would like to join the other members in welcoming you to this investment conference, and I look forward to a very successful conference. Thank you.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Flowers. I'm the Managing Director of Kakuzi PLC. We're here as one of the major investors in Murang'a County with one simple message. This is a county that is looking at the future. From Murang'a to the world. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, all protocols observed. My name is Lee Karuri, architect, and I'm representing FinTnet, that is the Finance, Trade and Investment Network, which is a partner to the Murang'a County on matters of trade and investment. We are advisors and partners to this very important conference, and thank you. Welcome.
Well, as I introduce myself, probably I'll give you a bit of history about the county in which we are. When you talk about manufacturing started here in Murang'a by the indigenous people of Murang'a. In 1913, we were able to manufacture spears, knives. That's manufacturing anyway. And we would refine clay from Gaturi and export it and sell it in the open market in Banana. Now known Chief Karuri, who was the paramount chief of this county, started a bank at Tusu. So the first indigenous bank, although you're proud to say that Equity was born in Murang'a, Karuri was there before, having started a bank at Tusu in those many years and traded with rupees. Murang'a people, as you are aware, have a strong DNA in entrepreneurship. Also, the first attempt of coming in the large scale industry was to be started here way back by one of our members who is absent today, and he is the chairman of Citizen or Media Services. He had to start multiple people at just next to here where we are. But that industry aborted, never saw the sun of the day. So you can see the dreams of manufacturing started here early. One of the reasons why we persuade investors to come to this and invest in this great county is because the indigenous of Murang'a and those in diaspora have also got very strong DNA in business and in entrepreneurship. There is plenty of industrial materials. We are near the market. It's within reach. If you lay your egg down in where we are, because we're in Murang'a, in the next 5 minutes is on the pan in Nairobi, and therefore you have the market and you have your money in your pocket. So there are all good reasons why you should choose Murang'a as your investment destination. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Give a hand to all the members of the Budget and Economic Council. It's quite a mighty team. Your Excellencies, I would like to recognize the presence of the Chair, Deputy Governor's Caucus, the Deputy Governor of Laikipia, so that he can introduce himself, and then we move out next.
Excellencies, governors present, and also right now already to do in industrialization, Asanteni, and thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, thank you, Deputy Governor, for that. We now know who is here. Afternoon, where we'll have an opportunity to have breakout sessions into different aspects of investment in this county. We'll also have keynote address with Dr. James Mwangi shortly from now. And of course, we'll be also hearing from the governor. Tomorrow is an interesting day because apart from the panel discussion that we'll have in the morning hours, we'll also be having the site visits to go to different locations to see what investment opportunities exist for you to see what you need to do to make the best out of Murang'a County. Like I told you, Murang'a County contributes about 2% to the national gross domestic product. Again, you may think that is low, but we have 33 counties that contribute less than 2%. So you can see that's sizable. In rank, it's about number 13 in the country out of the 47 counties. So still think about that. Allow me then to invite Murang'a Water and Sanitation Company to give us a piece of entertainment. Then we continue with the program. Moscow Choir, please.
biashara hapa Murang'a tunafanya vyema. Na masomo hapa Murang'a tunafanya vyema. Shukrani zetu Murang'a yasonga mbele. Pokeeni shukrani zetu. kuinua kaunti yetu. Murang'a hoye, Murang'a hoye, Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Ni jukumu letu sote kuinua kaunti yetu. Murang'a hoye, Murang'a hoye, Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Biashara hapa Murang'a tunafanya vyema. Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Na viwanda hapa Murang'a tunafanya vyema. Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Na masomo hapa Murang'a tunafanya vyema. Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Pokeeni shukrani zetu kwa kuwajibika kwa biashara. Murang'a yasonga mbele na vigogo wetu kwa biashara. Pokeeni shukrani zetu kwa kuwajibika kwa biashara. Murang'a yasonga mbele. Ni jukumu letu sote kuinua kaunti yetu. Murang'a hoye, Murang'a hoye, Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Ni jukumu letu sote kuinua kaunti yetu. Murang'a hoye, Murang'a hoye, Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Tunajivunia kaunti yetu, kaunti nzuri sana. Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Tunajivunia kaunti yetu, kaunti ya upendo. Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Tunajivunia kaunti yetu, kaunti ya amani. Nyerere, Nyerere Murang'a. Wanabiashara wa Murang'a, pokeeni shukrani zetu kwa kuwajibika kwa biashara. Murang'a yasonga mbele na vigogo wetu kwa biashara. Pokeeni shukrani zetu kwa kuwajibika kwa biashara. Murang'a yasonga mbele. Ni jukumu letu sote kuinua kaunti yetu. Murang'a hoye, Murang'a hoye, Nyerere, kuinua kaunti.
Move to create space for very important M376Q, KBX 282U, KCB 521N, KCV 425C, KCQ 827V, KDA 596V, and KDH 297N. Please go and move your vehicle. At the same time, to just recognize the sponsors of this particular event. The title sponsor is Equity Bank Group. We have Luck Fund as sponsors, CPF, Family Bank, DTB Bank, Jubilee Insurance, Shandong Holdings, Brookside Teacher Service Commission, Murang'a University, the Kenya Tea Development Authority, Daydots Limited, Athi Waterworks, NCBA Bank, Mwalimu Welfare, Finscore Limited, Cafe Exporters, Metropolitan Hospital, Amica Bank, and Kakuzi PLC. And I see. Let's go.
Thank you very much, Sam Getuko. Now it's my pleasure to invite His Excellency, the Governor of Murang'a, Dr. Irungu Kang'ata, so that he can give his remark. Kindly give him our hand as he comes to address his most important occasion. Karibu sana, Your Excellency, Governor Kang'ata.
We have Kerry Badilisha from Nyandarua. We have various members of parliament and senators. Also, member of parliament from Murang'a has just also members of the County Assembly. I know there will be speeches by leaders, but allow me to just call my colleagues here for just 1 minute introduction. That is Governor Kirinyaga and also Governor Nyandarua. They introduce themselves, but they will speak once the president comes. I think just a minute.
Thank you very much, Excellency Governor Kangata. I would like to write on the protocols already established. My name is Dr. Kiari Badrisha, Governor Nyandarua. We are here to support our colleague. We want to appreciate the good work that the people of Murang'a are doing, right from the business community and especially the economic forum that we've just seen here. Remember, Murang'a is our cradle brand. Most of us came from. Just want to say one thing. PS Investments is here. Is our request that as we move forward, be procedures being made easy so that county governments can be able to attract investors. And together I would also want to urge both the national government and the county governments through our COG, we come up with a framework which will enable counties access easy credit so that we are able to promote such things. As I finish, the people of Murang'a, thank you very much because you have decided to give back to the community. And this is an example to all of us. Those who are listening to me from Nyandarua, please come back home and bring that knowledge so that we can also prosper and we move on the way the people of Murang'a are moving. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the Governor of my brother, Irungu Kangata, my colleague, Governor Badilisha from Nyandarua, Chairman of the Budget and Economic Council, Peter Munga, and all the members of the Economic Council, elected leaders from Murang'a County and beyond, both from the National Assembly, the Senate, the members of the County Assembly, the executive members, and all the good people of Murang'a and the investors who have come here today, all protocols observed, good morning. I don't know what to say. I'm usually not a person of very many words, and I've been told that we are supposed to greet you and then we will come back and speak. But I think the only thing I can say, because you know, in where we come from, in this area, there is a saying that says, as in you fly with that which you have. We may be thinking that maybe we'll get another opportunity to speak. And when the president comes, other protocols overtake the situation, and you know what usually happens. So let me take this opportunity to just say two things to Governor Kangata. First of all, congratulations, my brother. You are doing very well. You make us extremely proud in this region. I have said this before. I have come for other functions here in Murang'a, and Governor Kangata and I collaborate quite a bit, especially on sharing of ideas, learning from one another, and supporting each other. And one of the things that I have taken from another lesson today from Murang'a is actually the Budget and Economic Council, getting the eminent people from Murang'a to participate in the development of Murang'a County. Recently I was out of the country on a supported trip by the Swedish government to help us see what Sweden is doing with regards to waste management. And we went to several counties and met the governors of those counties and realized that to transform your county to be a hub of development, like in Kenya, is not really rocket science. These things that you're doing with regard to ensuring both the public service is functioning and also now from the private sector ensuring that manufacturing and investments are taking place is the only way that you can move Murang'a from where it was to where we clearly see it is going. I am resident also of Murang'a. As you know, this is my second home. I tell people that I spend almost as much time here than I do even in Kirinyaga, because I'm here at least 2 days every month. I say that to see my parents-in-law. And we can clearly see the change since Governor Kang'ata has come. Well, manufacturing, as we all know, in Kenya is the number 2 employer. The public service estimates to employ about 500,000 people. Manufacturing sector employs close to maybe 370,000, if my data may not be completely accurate, or close to 400 at the highest. For this number to increase, if you look at our Vision 2030, when I was in Treasury, we used to have a target for manufacture to contribute to the GDP 15%. At about 2010, around 2010, 2011, really been able to get back up. Right now, the contribution of the manufacturing sector to our GDP is about 7.6%, between 7.4 and 7.6%. So the potential for growth is immense. No country can industrialize if the manufacturing sector is not growing. And with the manufacturing sector growing, you see other sectors, service sectors, also growing because of the support structures that they give to the manufacturing sector. The food and accommodation, for example, investments also come in because industries have come in. In Kirinyaga, for example, we have an SEZ and EPZ, and we are going to have a golf course with a 4-star hotel. You'll see that the 4-star contributes to the sector for accommodation and hotels, and yet we have the SEZ and EPZ contributing to the manufacturing. So definitely, Murang'a and Governor Kang'ata, you're in the right direction. Personally, I'm envious of Murang'a, being that it's closer to Nairobi than we are. We are not too far, but it is closer. Your location is enviable at De La Monte, where you're going to be having the industrial park. And I don't want to market your industrial park at the expense of my industrial park, which is further down. But if we look at the specific value chains of investments that are likely to happen in Murang'a, if we focus on your areas of strength, and Kirinyaga focuses on areas of strength, but Dilisha focuses on his areas of strength, I think we can all contribute to ensuring that the manufacturing sector goes to the contribution of GDP to about 15%, and therefore helping us with the sector, employing more people, and also being a driver of the overall economic growth. So mine is to say we are here in solidarity to support, to stand with our brother, to encourage the investors who have come here today to invest, and especially those also from Murang'a, invest in your county. Let us see how we can contribute to the overall success of not just Murang'a County, not just the central Kenya region, but the entire nation as a whole. So well done, and thank you for welcoming us to Murang'a, and we will look forward to also welcoming you all to Kirinyaga County. Asanteni sana.
Oh, thank you. We need to clap for our key guest, Dr. James Mwangi. We are very proud of Equity Bank. We as Murang'a people, we know what it has done, and being associated with that bank as a county is a moment of pride. Now, my speech is divided into 4 areas. 1, there will be a brief introduction. Second, I will be calling Professor Kiari Mwaura to do a small presentation on what we do as a county. 3, I'll be calling Meshach. He will take us through on some automation we do. Then finally, I now come back to give a substantive presentation on why we are here and what opportunities are there for everyone. Once I'm done with those 4 points, I'm done. And therefore, let me start with the first point, a brief introduction before I go to my presentation. This event has 4 main goals. Those goals are 1, to market Murang'a County. You know, assume there are 2 persons, person A and person B. They are selling motor vehicles. Person A does not speak, keeps quiet. Person B speaks. You'd imagine the second person who does the marketing will sell his vehicle. So today, whether there will be deals signed here or not, we believe we'll have marketed Murang'a County as an investment destination. We believe without marketing, people will be attracted to this county. They will even do private deals, maybe even Murang'a County properties. The land, the plots, the produce like avocado and other things. They'll get some markup by mere fact that we held this conference today. So therefore, you just coming here, we are happy. We have achieved objective 1. Objective 2 is, we hope, once we show you what we have, you will come and invest and you will pay us some revenue. And therefore the county will get money. If we don't do that, we will be compelled to add more taxes to Murang'a people. But now it's like we are opening a new revenue stream without us now telling Murang'a people, pay more market fees, pay more single business permit, pay more liquor license, and therefore, at the end of the day, whatever opportunity we will show you, if you agree to them and you decide to put your money, now we will have made Murang'a County own source revenue to increase and therefore enable us to do more in Murang'a County. The third, and I think the most important reason, we believe your investment in this county, they will create jobs. We all know how our relatives, our brothers and sisters, particularly young graduates and young people, they are always pushing us, how can I get employment? Creating employment is one of the very hard things any government can deliver. But governments don't create jobs per se. It is very impossible for us to tell young people, come join county government of Murang'a to get jobs, because that then will mean our wage bill will expand and it will reach a point it will be unsustainable. Jobs are created by private sector, you persons who are here. Let me give you an example for you to understand. Look at Nairobi Central Business District. How many buildings there are owned by either national government or Nairobi city government? Maybe 5%. 95% of all those shiny buildings in Nairobi, it is private people who came with ideas. They decided to put up all those shiny offices and buildings. What government did is only to provide water, infrastructure, and such. And therefore, when we look at you here, investors, you are the people to create jobs for Murang'a people. And therefore, us is to create an enabling environment to give you what can we do, what incentives can we do, so that you come here, you put your money, and you create jobs for Murang'a people. The other goal at the end of the day of this is the idea of creating backward linkages. What do I mean? I mean, manufacturing is the most important sector in job creation and creating backward linkages. Here I mean the benefits that accrue beyond the direct jobs that an entity can have. An example, if you put up an avocado factory in Murang'a, you not only create direct jobs, but you also enable the farmers who have several avocado trees in Murang'a, their value to go up. The same in coffee, mangoes, let's say even sunflower, or any other produce that is produced by Murang'a people. And therefore, if you come here and you tell us you have this idea, you have this capital, we will give you that opportunity in our investment opportunities. You help create those synergies. I think, let me also welcome CS Lance Wahome. She's here with us, clap for her. She is our daughter, and she is also very important in this journey of creating a good environment for investors. So let me now go to point number 2. Professor Kieri Mwaura, please come do a brief illustration on what the county has been doing, though this is not the core area of our focus today. Ours more is on investment. Karibu.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Governor of Murang'a County. All protocols observed. My name is Professor Kieri Mwaura, the CCM Finance and Economic Planning of Murang'a County Government. Today is a great day for Murang'a County, and it's also a great day for the investors, whether from Murang'a or from outside. As we guide investors for the next 2 days, as we guide you on where and how to invest in Murang'a, I want to spend just a few minutes to tell you what we have done in the last 3 years to make Murang'a ready for investment. As you know, sustainable investment does not happen in a vacuum. There are key drivers to investment, and when those drivers of investment are missing, the investment, however big you might make, you find it doesn't succeed. So one of the key investment drivers is the human capital. And if you look at the screen that you have, the graph that you have on the screen, you see the important role the human capital plays in driving investment. Human capital, by human capital we mean the economic value of the knowledge, the skills and experiences that each person has, the economic value of that. If that is missing, or if that is affected negatively, you find that investment does not grow, development does not come in. So what are the key components of this human capital? The reason why I'm giving this is to show that this background is just to show you that this human capital has been so important as a driver of investment and the economy. It has been the driving force behind what we have been doing to transform Murang'a in the last 3 years. So if you break down the human capital, you'll see that there's an element of education, the skills that a person has. There's also the element of health. You might be very skilled, but if you're not healthy, you find that you're not productive. There's also the element of entrepreneurship. It is entrepreneurship combined with the human skill that creates innovation. If that is missing, you find that the innovation will not happen. and therefore there will be no growth in terms of investment and development. There is also the other element, as the governor has said, the role of government, and also the inequality. You find that as a government, if we don't address inequality, then you find that the people who are disadvantaged are not able to contribute effectively to the growth of the economy. That's when you look at our education system, as I'm going to say later on, sometimes we do focus a lot on the day schools. And the reason for this is because those people who are attending day schools are more disadvantaged than the people who are going to boarding schools. So in essence, when we focus on them, we try to bring, starting with the first one, I'll just show you just a few interventions, some interventionist approach that we have put in place to make sure that the economy of Murang'a is growing and that the people of Murang'a are ready for investment. Because if the people are not ready, then however much you pump in terms of investment, that investment will not grow. So the first element is health. Health, the key flagship project on health that we have is the Kang'ata Care Program. This Kang'ata Care Program is a very targeted insurance scheme for 1,000 households who get a medical card, insurance card, which is completely free of charge. And if you consider that one household has 4 people, 40,000 times 4, we have covered 160 persons in Murang'a. Comparing that with the population of the county, we have a population of 1 million people, so we have covered 160. So that is about 16% of the entire population of Murang'a has got this free insurance cover. And so as we continue increasing the allocation in our budget, we are going to see that very soon we are going to be able to cover 50% of the entire population of Murang'a, and probably in future we can be able to raise that. It also comes with free optical and dental care in government and private facilities. And in addition to that, if a person within that household dies, the family is able to get 100,000 as last expense benefit, so that the roles that were being played by the person who has passed on, the family can be able to cover with that. So we are doing this to make sure, as I said, that our people are healthy. If they are not healthy, even if we bring industries to Murang'a, there will be no people to work in those industries. So that's why the focus on health is very critical to us, to make sure that Murang'a is investor ready. As you come, our people are healthy and we'll be able to work in those factories. In addition to providing the Kang'ata Care Card, we have also continued to improve the infrastructure of our hospitals. We have new health facilities which are geared towards easing the pressure that we have on the Murang'a Level 5 Hospital, which at the moment takes care of 1,500 patients in a day. So we have built hospitals in different places, including Nyakenga, in Mathioya, Kagema, Maragua, Murang'a, Kandara Level 4, Kirwara Level 4, Kenneth Matiba Level 5, and Kenneth Matiba is going to be located in the Makeji area. For those people who are going to visit there tomorrow, you'll see it as you enter the EPZ and the SEZ zones. In addition to the infrastructure of the hospital, focusing on the brick and mortar, we have also moved to the digital space, and we have introduced telemedicine, which allows our patients, our residents, wherever they are, whichever corner of Murang'a they are in, they don't have to travel. They don't have to spend a lot of money on bus transport to access a top medical doctor in Murang'a town. They can access that doctor within the confines of their village through a screen. So we have those telemedicine facilities in all the sub-counties that we have in Murang'a County. So it allows for that very close interaction with the doctor, and the doctor is able to provide prescription. Once they provide prescription on the screen, we make sure that our health facilities in the villages are stocked with sufficient medicine for any patient. And this is becoming one of our greatest innovations in health, because people are feeling they are able to save. because we could see in the past a person could actually fail to go to a hospital and probably sometimes even die because he cannot afford 200 shillings, 100 shillings for bus fare to go to Thika or to go to Murang'a, to go to Keno. So this has really helped. So the telemedicine facilities are in every sub-county. Idanga is there, Gatanga is there, Kadara is there, Kegumo is there, and Kiharu, Kahuro, Kangema, Madioya, each and every corner of the county, they have that telemedicine facilities. As you said, we have also continued, apart from building the level 5 and the level 4 hospitals, even the health centers, we are also building them. We have done one in Higaine, in Bare Ahiti, in Doita, in Gatito, Kandara, in Karurumo, Kangema, in Gakoyo, Kegumo constituency. As I said in the beginning, the other program that we have, apart from health, is a smart city program. As we invite investors to come to Murang'a County, we are telling them, once you produce your goods, we need to have ready and efficient and working towns or city centers where those goods can be sold. And therefore, as you can see there in the picture, we are targeting rehabilitation of our town centers. You can see the road there, the way it was looking in other town centers before and the way it is today. So we have completed these smart city programs to make our towns efficient and ready for business in Murang'a constituency, Gatora in Gatanga, Kabati in Kandara, Kangare in Kegumo, Murang'a Town, Kiharu, Kangema in Kangema constituency, Kireaine in Madioya, Kahatia in Kiharu, Kaguku in Gatanga constituency. And also Gasharaga in Kandara, Kanyenyaine in Kangema, Zapka in Keno, Kamune in Madioya, Kablos also happening in Murang'a Town. Apart from now making our towns more efficient and working and friendly to investors, we have also made targeted interventions in the area of agriculture. As we said, for investment to grow, entrepreneurship needs to be encouraged. And that's why we have really targeted on agribusiness. So because we ask ourselves, what is it that we can do to empower our farmers to actually boost their business, their agribusiness, so that they can benefit, they can afford school fees, they can afford hospital bills where they are not covered, they can afford a good standard of living. So we have done targeted intervention in agriculture through this program that we call the Inua Mkulima Subsidy Program, which initially it is targeting milk and mango farmers, and we target farmers who are in cooperative societies. The farmers are issued with Inua Mkulima Smart Card, which is loaded with 2,400 shillings every 3 months. So you get a smart card, and that smart card is loaded with that money without fail every 3 months. And what we have done, we have made sure that we have a fund. We thank the County Assembly for passing that legislation. We have a fund. When we requisition money from the National Treasury, we are able to keep that money in that fund to make sure that our farmers don't suffer. Even if the year closes by June, the money in the account remains in the account for the benefit of the farmers. So once a farmer has this card with 2,400, they can also use this card to buy different items in agrovets that we have registered with us. And the agrovets, they can sell to them seedlings, animal feeds. The farmers grow the seedlings and they get a very ready market. For the produce. We have done that with East African breweries, where we do contract farming for sorghum. Initially, we distributed seedlings, sorghum seedlings, to 2,000 farmers. And once they grow, East African breweries is able to buy sorghum at 40. Very successful in sorghum with East African breweries. There's no reason why these cannot be replicated including simsim, including wheat, including cotton, where it can grow in Murang'a. This can be replicated in all the other value chains, the contract farming, because it's very beneficial to the farmer, because the farmer gets an assured guarantee of the price and also the market. So the farmers' take-up is very good. Also on agriculture, we have introduced the maize and fertilizer distribution program, where we first registered 57,000 farmers, and we gave them free maize and fertilizer, which is sourced from trusted sources, Simlo seeds, and also Carlo. Each farmer gets 2 kilos of maize seeds, 8 kilos fertilizer, and 8 kilos of top dress. So, and once they grow that maize, which is doing very well now with the rains that we are having, we have also entered into contract agreement with Joy Millers, the millers of Kavagara wheat farm, where they buy every sack of maize they buy from our farmers at 3,500 shillings per sack. So farmers, when they are growing this maize, they are sure that that market is there and they are sure of the price. The other intervention that we have made to make Murang'a ready for investors and to boost our human capital in Murang'a is intervention in the area of education, especially in the early childhood development education, the ECD. As you know, scientists tell us that 90% of a human brain is formed between the age of 0 and 5. So if you don't make the right intervention when the child is young, you disadvantage that child and you negatively contribute to the development of the human capital in the county. So we have that very targeted program where kids in all the ECD centers, we give them uji, porridge, every day. Every day they get uji. And that uji that they get is uji that is fortified with vitamin A so that it can boost the development of the brain of the child. So it is working very well. 42,000 kids in our 700 ECD centers are benefiting from that. And we are doing this because we know once we invest in those children and their human capacity becomes great, these are the people who are going to support the industries that are coming to Murang'a County. These are the people who are going to be drivers of the economy when you and me are long gone. We also have, apart from the feeding program in nursery schools, targeted bursary schemes for our children in high school. We have the Nyota Zetu program, and the others that are on the other screen. But yeah, we have the ward bursaries, we have the best people bursaries. We also recognize people with disabilities. We support them with bursaries. University bursaries also we offer to the students who are entering university for the first time. And the critical one and the very popular one is the Inua Masomo program, where we target, as I said in the beginning, to address the inequality that is there between the kids who are able to go to boarding schools, they are able to sleep in dormitories, they are able to avoid working in the farms when they are studying, as opposed to the kids who are in day schools, who are really disadvantaged. So to address that inequality, we came up with this Inua Masomo program, which focuses on kids who are going to day schools. And the way it works is that every person from 2, from 3, and from 4, every child or every student who is able to make it between number 1 and number 10, they get their fees paid fully by the county government of Murang'a. And the beauty of this program is that there's no corruption, because there's no one who can interfere with that listing between number 1 and 10. And so it also creates a lot of competition, Because if a child knows, if I become between number 1 and number 10, all my fees is going to be paid for that term, the competition that we are seeing in the schools is very immense, because no one wants to be dislodged from that position of 1 to 10. And the one who miss it, they are always yearning to get to that 1 and 10 position. So it creates a lot of very healthy competition in schools, which in essence, or in turn, improves our educational standards. That's a Inua Mkulima program. The other innovation that we have done to make all these programs run well is because every time we are making a budget, every year we are making a budget, we always find that the budget we get from the National Treasury is not sufficient to take care of all these programs. And therefore, we are really targeted on enhancing our own source revenue to make sure that we get enough money to be able to support all these programs that I've talked about. And you find that by the time we took over government 3 years ago, the highest revenue that the previous administration had raised was actually 520 million per year. Within 2 years, we were able to raise that from 520 to 1.1 billion. And this has been very useful in helping us to support all those programs that are making Murang'a ready for investors like yourself. And the strategies that have really helped us in boosting our revenue collection is, of course, one is automation. I'll just give you one example. In one of our key hospitals, Murang'a Level 5 Hospital, once we took over government, they were collecting 70,000 a day. Today, through automation, they are now collecting 400,000 a day, from 70 to 400,000 a day. So we are making sure that that automation is really working, and apart from automation, we are also monitoring very closely. Anytime we see a dip in revenue from one unit, we are able to follow up and ask questions. Last month, you were able to collect so much. Last month, you were able to collect so much. This month, it has gone down. What has happened? So we are able to follow up and know. Because as you know, for those in business, once you fail to monitor, you can find yourselves in very, very big problems. For those who are born around 1995, you remember the case of the Barings Bank of the UK, which employed a very young CEO by the name Nick Leeson. Nick Leeson became the head of Barings Bank in Singapore. And when Barings Bank failed to install sufficient internal controls within the bank, Nick Leeson was able to get away with a lot of fraudulent, unethical trading in Singapore that ended up collapsing the entire bank. He ended up serving 4 years prison sentence in Singapore, and the entire bank collapsed because of the failure of having sufficient internal controls. So the same thing with our revenue system. We are saying if we don't monitor and look at what was happening last month and the previous 6 months, then we can find ourselves in a lot of problems, and all the projects and the programs that are supporting innovation within the county and transformation, they can actually fail because of lack of that monitoring. So that has been very helpful. Moving on to a different intervention that we are making is intervention on Murang'a Youth Service. We know our youth are our future. The youth are very critical in helping us to grow the economy. So we have a program. Once we came into government, we realized that there were so many people, young people who were unemployed, and we could not absorb all of them into the county government. They kept asking us, how can I get a job in the county? So we could not absorb everyone. So what we did, we came up with a program, an innovative program that engages the youth, the young people, and also empowers them to get skills so that they can be able to use those skills in business or get employment elsewhere. So every 3 months, we employ 1,050 young people that we recruit in every ward. Every ward gives us 30 young people. We have 35 wards. So 30 times 35, we get 1,050. every 3 months. And what we do, once we recruit them, and we recruit them through a very fair process. Again, to avoid corruption, they do balloting. Every ward, we just mark 30 papers, yes, 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 and the others no. So whoever is lucky and whoever picks a yes becomes recruited automatically into the program. So there's no chance of anyone, even myself, I cannot influence anyone to get into that program in my ward. So no one can do that. So it's a very fair and efficient system. So once they get in, for 2 months, they help to clean our towns. They help our towns clean for 2 months. And during those 2 months, they get paid 400 shillings a day, with 300 shillings going to the student, the young person, and 100 going to the parent. And the reason why it goes to the parent is to make sure that the parent is also a very key stakeholder in this journey of the child, including being able to wake up that young man or that young girl to go to work in the morning. So they also feel part of that program by getting that 100 shillings a day, when the young person is getting 300 shillings. So it's working very well. And then after the 2 months, 1 month, the last 1 month, we take them to the village polytechnic, where they get skills, including they learn plumbing, they learn tiling, they learn about electricity and all those kind of skills, dressmaking, bakery. And after they finish, we do a graduation for them. And once they graduate, we give them 15,000 shillings per graduate to be able to start a business. So that's how we empower the people. And we are lucky and happy to say some of our partners, including Kakuzi, have actually promised, and Del Monte have promised to actually be recruiting some workers of their factories from graduates of this program. So we hope that as we create more partnerships, we shall be able to create more opportunities for the young people who are graduating from this program. In addition to that, sometimes we find ourselves paying, or let's say 1 year, we find ourselves paying 70 million per year to Kenya Power. So to be able to reduce that bill, that's why we are doing solarization, so that the bill can come down. And that money, instead of going to Kenya Power, it can actually go to the project that we've talked about, including health, youth, agriculture, and the other programs that we have. The boreholes, we have finished boreholes in different areas, in Yakarego Primary, Getugi, Kangema, Mugoro Ward, Modhithi, Medine, in Mukoyo, Bogoine, Kahumbu, Nanga, in Mitubiri, Kangure, in Gaturi, Dogororo, in Kimorori Ward. So those are the completed ones. Mutito Primary School, Mehango, Kagodoine, in Kagodoine Ward, Kitoni, yeah. Finally, the last one is the intervention that we are making to make sure that as we support our farmers to be savvy in agribusiness, we also say we recognize, or we are cognizant of the fact that they need modern structures where they can do their trade. So we have constructed markets in different places, like Kabiti in Maragua, Ishishi in Kangema, Kehoya, Kangema, Karure, Kegumo, Kandara, in Kandara constituency, Getuge, Kehubuine market, we have done Kabros, Mununga in Kegumo, Kamune in Madioya. So I think with that, you get a snapshot of the intervention that we have made to make sure that as you come to invest in Murang'a, our people and our localities and our towns and our thinking is ready for you as investors. So with those few remarks, Governor, I think I will stop there. I'll just make an announcement. Kindly request the owners of the following vehicles to move them to facilitate the arrival of the President, the Chief Guest. Vehicle number KDA 596V, Mercedes-Benz, KDA 596V, KDA 246V, Toyota double cab, KDS 111U, Toyota.
First lecture at UK. And we are very happy he came back to Kenya. He studied at Njiri's High School, which is one of the most decorated secondary school here in Kigumo. He went to do law, University of Nairobi. He did masters in UK, did a PhD in UK. He became a professor in UK. He was a visiting professor of Harvard, but he came back to Kenya and he decided to become a CEC of Finance in Murang'a County. So allow me now to call another young man called Meshach. Meshach, when the county government came into being, we decided that we must make the idea of business, making business easy, operations in this county. And there is no better way to do that than to automate. Several entities tend to buy automation externally. And that tends to be very expensive, to buy a software. But Murang'a County did the opposite. We went to the university, we got young talents of computer scientists. These are the Gen Zs of today. He is a 27-year-old computer scientist, and he has helped us make Murang'a quite automated, together with another young engineers, software. I don't know whether they are here, those young people who work under Meshach. If you are here, please come. I would like to introduce you because we are very proud with the work you have done. You have saved this county a lot of money. Please come. Those who have been helping us do this software engineering department. Some of the software they are developed, in fact, they have been so sophisticated that some of us or some of our colleagues have resisted because they are too complicated. So allow me to introduce these young people who have been behind the automation journey. You introduce your name and you say what solution you have done, then Meshach will give a detailed example of each. So I'll start with the rest. Come. You say which one you are involved in developing.
My name is Preston Chow, a software engineer. I work with Meshach from the University of Moi University. Yeah, so I've done software just such as finance management system. There is lunch management system, and also SBP, a single business management system. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tony Kosgei, a software engineer from Kabarak University. I work with the team, and together with Preston, we managed to do the revenue system, the single business permit, the procurement for the hospital, and many others. Thank you. From Kabarak University.
Thank you.
James Daiga from Kangema constituency. From University of Embu, we did human source management system, Inua Mkulima dashboard, and we also did the voting applications that reward the best employees and the best department in the Murang'a County.
Hello everyone, my name is Edwin Mariti from KCA University. So the number of softwares I've done in the county include an attendance mobile application, a business mapping application, the job portal that the county is currently using, a meeting attendance form, there is the Murang'a Youth Service attendance portal, and a few more. Thank you.
So this young man is the one who came up with a portal where you put a software on your phone. If you are an employee, once you enter Murang'a County headquarters, it recognizes you are there working. If you get out, it reports to the governor. So employees were mad when they had that. But the only people I thought they must have it, whether come rain, come shine, were the chief officers, because they are the aging. So I now know who is the most hardworking chief officer. Karibu Meshach.
Thank you, Excellency. All protocols observed. My name is Meshach Kipkorir. I might be wrong, but probably the youngest chief officer in Kenya. Thank you, Governor, for believing in me. So I would like to quickly take you through all our automation since the governor got in office. What you see now is our single business permit portal. So the executive and also the revenue team could monitor the revenue as they come in real time using this dashboard. Also, our liquor license permits that people can apply via this portal. So you don't have to come to Murang'a to apply for a single business permit or a liquor license. From at the comfort of your home, you can apply, get approval, pay, and download your permit from your home. The next portal is our another revenue dashboard, which we collect revenue via *267#. So in real time, you can see the number of vehicles parked in Murang'a town, the number of market traders, the number of trucks in our quarries, and so on and so forth. Real-time revenue from our hospitals, and also money collected via Kangata Care and AFK, which we'll show you later. Our next portal is now the AFK. Currently, you can see we have 5,146 patients across Murang'a. On the slide right, you can see common illnesses that have been diagnosed today. You can see that we have mainly pain joints across Murang'a town, but also you can filter per hospital and see the statistics in real time. We also use it to monitor drug stocks levels. We also use it to...
whoever is handling, go back to where we were. You have touched elsewhere. Where we were, not there. Not there, Afia KE. Not there. Anyway, I think it has gone itself.
They can log back in, then when you logged in, we can come back here. Okay. The previous one. So this portal is our supplier portal. We use it to manage our FIF. As you know, there is a facility improvement funds that all money collected by hospitals retain in the hospital. So we use it to manage our procurement of gloves, non-pharmaceuticals, also milk, fuel from this portal. So all suppliers and a framework contract can register and bid for tenders from this portal. Our next portal is the billing land management system. So if you want a billing plan approval, you can apply from your home also or from abroad, and it can take the due process and until you get a final approval stamped and signed without coming to Murang'a County. We also use it for development controls. Whenever they go for site visits, the physical planners, they do site visit control here. So if the building collapses somewhere, we can just come back to the portal and see the history of inspection. Our next portal is fleet management system. So it tracks all county vehicles. Of course, like any other institution, there may be cases of drivers going out to drinking with our vehicles. So if there is any case of disciplinary issue, we come back here and we can have an history of a vehicle back to when we installed it. So it can show you the route it took, how long they stopped at a certain place, and who's the driver. You can also switch it off remotely, and so on. So we are going to install, I think this coming financial year, a fuel tracking system where you can see the fuel level of vehicles real time. This is our HR system, also built by one of our colleagues who isn't here today. So leaves can be applied here. Trainings, appraisals, all can be done via this system without needing to knock on Chief Officer Public Service Office. Next system is our meeting system. Whenever we have meetings, we upload our minutes here so that we centralize in documents here, and also who attended and who not. So Edwin was here, was the one who came up with this. Our next one is our also attendance dashboard. So this also supplements the other system. You can go to the other one. Also, this is our meeting system. We proceed. So this is our call center. We can see from morning we have had 213 calls, 125 were answered, 41% were abandoned. They have to explain why, and so on. So we have issues from the public that are logged in this system. So in case of anything, we can go back to this system and check what are the issues and where, so that we address them. Our next one is our telemedicine portal, where we get to see bookings for facility, and also you can scroll down a bit. We also have summaries per the facilities so that we track. Okay, it has all information regarding telemedicine. But the telemedicine sessions happens on the FAK system, the one that logged out. Proceed. So this is the attendance app, the one where if you come in, the app detects that you're within the vicinity, so that you log in. If you go out, it tells you you need to log out, and so on. So we have quite a number of systems. I think next time we'll have time to take you through all of them, but thank you.
Yeah, I told you once we reach there, it will go off anyway. Thank you so much. Now, allow me to come to the main presentation of what Murang'a is offering. So, whoever is handling this, can you now go to the presentation? Because now this is the core of this conference. We are basically telling you what do we have for you, and in this county, what opportunities are there, how do you get them, and as whoever is handling this comes into being, you can also log in on www.murang'a.go.ke. You get all those documents. www.murang'a.go.ke. You get all those documents. So allow me to now go to the presentation. Yes, we scroll to the next page. We start here. First, why are we inviting manufacturers and industries? We have studied the world about economic development, and we have realized that there is no single country that has ever become rich without industrialization and manufacturing. The opportunities we had, those lands, we could have called in, let's say, people who want to do hotels, any other kind of investment, housing, it's okay. But for us as a county, we want to pivot directly into manufacturing. For the obvious reason, we know it is the only way to become rich in this world. Take, for instance, look at Korea on your left side. That's a satellite image of modern Korea. Korea is divided into two, North Korea and South Korea. Below there is South Korea at night. Up there is North Korea. Look at how dark North Korea is. Look at how South Korea is at night. So we want Murang'a, God willing, not now. Maybe our dream will take 10, 50 years, whatever. But we pray God, one day Murang'a becomes South Korea. Look at Shanghai in China. In 1930s, how it used to look. The same modern Shanghai now. And you can see the common thread is manufacturing and industrialization. Next slide. Same way, Shanghai then, and how now it looks. And you all know, the manufacturing center of this world is China. So the point we are trying to drive is the centrality of manufacturing in economic development. Next. Now, this one, I don't know whether you're able to see. Every year, United Nations Development Program, they publish something called Human Development Index. It shows, it ranks countries from number one to number last, how well the citizenry of those countries are living. They look at several parameters, including life expectancy, how long on average do people of that country live in that country. Some countries averagely, you live there for 50 years, then you die. Others, like China, like Japan, the average life expectancy is almost 100 years. Several indicators, including health and education. We deliberately compared Human Development Index of Kenya with that of Bangladesh. On the yellow is Bangladesh, the green is Kenya. If you look at the bar down there, you will see in 1919, the year 2000, or even 2005, Bangladesh was poorer than Kenya. But in the year 2008, Bangladesh converged with Kenya and it started becoming richer than Kenya. Now you can see we are in the year 2025, Bangladesh is richer than Kenya. Why? Simple reason. The government of Bangladesh decided to position itself as the country for apparel making. And once they were able to do so, manufacturers who do clothes, they all went and invested there. That's how now in 2008, we converged and now Bangladesh is a better country than Kenya. We believe if we pivot to manufacturing, Kenya will be richer than Bangladesh. Next slide. And okay, we all know conferences generally have not a very good name because people argue, people just come and talk. But allow me to persuade those who have a view why conferences are important. How else can you attract investors? You can sit down and wait for investors to trickle one by one. That will take ages. But you see, when you bring people together like we have done today, you pass the information faster, in a more aggregated manner, and therefore investors take decisions in a more faster way. So the conference is the idea of bringing the investor faster by bringing them together and disseminating that information in a more faster manner. So we therefore believe this conference is important in selling Murang'a as an investment destination. Next slide. So therefore, what are the objectives of the county? One, of this conference. One is to showcase what investment opportunities we have in manufacturing, in health and technology. Two, we hope to attract private capital from local and international entities. Number three, we hope to provide a networking platform for investors and policymakers. And then finally, we want to build long-term partnership that create jobs and accelerate Murang'a County development. Next slide is the expected outcomes is that we will have onboarded local, foreign and diaspora investors. Two, we open Murang'a as an investment destination. It would have meant we redirect the resources from the UJI program for the young children to this. But we are happy to say almost 75% of all these resources used to hold this, they have come from the private sector. They have come from the private sector. You have paid to come here, 10,000 shilling minimum, VIP 30,000. The exhibitors here have paid us. The key sponsors have paid millions of money, and therefore we believe that if you want to save county from expending its own taxes, the best strategy is to get the private sector. And we are saying thank you for believing in Murang'a. And therefore on that score, I have to really acknowledge our main sponsor, Equity Bank. We have other, can you clap for Equity Bank? Let me also mention Del Monte, we have Kakuzi, we have Jubilee Insurance, clap for them. We have Aga Khan Hospital, we have CBA Bank, we have Cooperative Bank, Lab Fund, Farm Limited, we have a Chinese company called Shandong Holdings, we have Family Bank, Amica, we have Fintrinet, we have CPF, we have DT Bank, Finsco, KTDA, Mamangena University, Metropolitan Hospital, Murang'a University, and Pioneer University. Clap for them. I hope I have mentioned everyone, because were it not for them, we would have used taxpayers' money, but you have found it fit to support us. and we do this. So let me now come to the opportunities. The first opportunity is Murang'a Industrial Park. This land was ceded to the county government of Murang'a by Del Monte. It is 1,300 acres. 500 acres we have donated to export processing zone. According to the understanding we have with EPZ, is that we can also market them, because to our own interest if they were to fill up that park. So therefore, if you're interested in doing export business, please talk to us or talk to EPZA. You will benefit. 2, the other remainder of that land is about 800 acres. Murang'a County Assembly passed what we call a master plan. That master plan indicates the opportunities that are there. And maybe I can show you the master plan. Can you highlight the master plan? It was there? No, there. Can you highlight it? So this is the master plan passed by the Assembly. That color there, the main color there, is it purple? So that is industrial zone. The 500 below, this other one, there in the middle, now, that is now the county-owned industrial zone for manufacturing. Up there then you will see other uses. There is the hospital area, what we are calling Medicity. We have also opportunities in commercial, and this land is very near from the Thika Greens. It is only 5 minutes from Thika town. We are very happy with the Ministry of Lands. They are about to give us the title document. There's a document I know very soon we'll get from the ministry, and also National Lands. And therefore, if you take up this position, this land, you will definitely have gotten prime property that is near the Nairobi market. Next opportunity. Next opportunity, continue. Yes, this number 2 is County Aggregation and Industrial Park, KAIP. This land is located at Zapka, Kabati. This land is already titled in county's favor, so this is very clean land. Already, we have some facilities there. There's a primary school that we gave to the area member of parliament, Washimwa Maua. There's a nursery. We also put some tarmac there. And therefore, it was 35 acres. When you now exclude the primary school 6, you are left with 29 acres. We are putting sheds. Then number 3, we have the Gekono landfill. Now, the national government built the only landfill in East and Central Africa, in Murang'a. A landfill is different with a dump site. A dump site is where people pick waste, then they go and dump it in an open field. But a dump site is the opposite. You take waste, you segregate, you remove plastic, you do recycling, you remove metals, you do recycling. Then you are left with what we call organic, which can be turned into manure. You can also do value addition to that. Then the very last, you bury it and you put some sand, which then can help to even generate electricity and also gas. We can take you and link up with the current management of the factory. You enter into some MOU in terms of helpability of the raw material. Number 5 are small and medium enterprises parks across the county. Small pieces of land which anyone interested in adding value can approach us. Number 6 is a cultural site. Let me give a caveat here, because we are for spiritual nourishment. But as we go there, we leave dollars in the city of Rome. Those who are Muslims can come there, and dollars are left in Bukuro and Nyagananga. That's the whole logic. We will ensure that investment does not negate our culture, does not negate our... This land measures about 140 acres. The county government, in its wisdom, gave about 50 acres to Murang'a University, but there is a remainder of about 90. We currently use it to teach courses. We also grow some tea there. But we feel maybe one of you here has an idea on what else can be done on that land. It's very rich. It is in the upper zone. KTDA have said they think they have an idea. It's okay, but we are also open to any other investor who can come with an idea on how we can harness more value out of that land. Now, can you show us? You don't have that form. You are supposed to have that form. That form, I don't know who can come with it. I show you how it looks. So that form, you need to fill it. That of land or opportunity. No, it is not. It will help us get an idea what is the market saying, so that the day we will formally now invite you, we will recast our terms in a manner that captures your aspirations. So we really need you to give us your form. You fill up that. It will help us understand what you want, so that when we do the formal process, we tailor make it in your favor. Number 2, once you fill that form, you can like www.murang'a.go.ke, or you deliver it physically. Please, can you be upstanding? You can give to Mogo that form. And if you don't have it, Mogo will give you a copy of that form. Thank you. You can also send that form to that email, which is invest@murang'a.go.ke. Once you fill it, the date of September 2025, then we'll initiate formal processes for investment consideration on or before 14 October 2025. What benefits do you get by filling it? It will mean we will then have a moral duty to notify you when we commence the formal processes. The terms and conditions of the actual board to finalize this process by 14th of December 2025, if all factors remain constant. Next. Now, allow me to take you through this form. Can you highlight the page A? Yes, that one. That form has what we call category A, which are mainly know your customer points. That is the name of the investor, your physical address, such. Where do you work, or how long, nature of your business, the category of your business. Number B, okay, once you invest, how many jobs do you think you will create? It means the more jobs you create, the higher chance you have of us giving you the land. 2, backward linkages. It means your investment getting the land will go up. In comparison, let's say you say, I want to put a bullet factory, because bullets, so where do you get the raw materials from? But avocado, we know, it will be our Murang'a people benefiting. Number 3, you will have to tell us who is your financial, who is your banker. Why? We don't want money laundering in Murang'a. Yeah. And secondly, we will look at who is your financier. If it is a Tier 1 bank, we know you are a serious investor. But if we see you are the financial institution behind you is a bank that I will not mention, your bank needs to tell us, yes, we know this guy, and we know he is. Yes, you need to tell us whether you want undeveloped land or developed land. Why? We know of some entities that have said us we want to put up factories, but we want a developed warehouse. Indicate that. Number 8, which sector do you want to invest in? If you say you want to do agro-processing, your chance go high, because we have a strategic interest in developing agriculture. Number 9, when will you start to do the actual construction? If we give you the opportunity today, do you have the money to start tomorrow? If you say after 1 year, you have very little chance of getting the opportunity. But if you say, yes, I have the money, tomorrow, your chances go up. Number important to us, we want this, the faster you do the investment, the better it is for us. Number 11, are you the actual? We are discouraging people who will get the opportunity and start selling. People doing the investment. Number 12, do you have? They say, okay, for us, we do not want to do anything with the county. Us is, let's say, do you know of any entity that does export of mangoes? We can help you to link with them. Number 13, any other information that you might have. That ends there, and then you will sign. Stating some of the issues we have had, questions we have had in this journey. Question number 1 has been, what title documents that will protect us in case you leave your position? Of course, I will not be the governor of Murang'a forever. So you need to have a legal document that protects your interests. You will get something called a lease. Something called lease. Something called a lease. A lease is a legal document of having land, and it is registrable. Number 2, for how long? There's a law that was passed by Murang'a County Assembly called Murang'a Leases and Allotment Act. It said our lease maximum period is 30 years. I repeat, 30 years. Does that then mean after 30 years you are kicked out? Not necessarily so. Why? Under land laws, anyone who is possessing land has what we call preemptive rights of renewal of that lease, unless you have not built it. Number 3, a question has been asked, will you require people to develop immediately? Yes. We'll definitely give you a special condition of lease. You must develop within 1 year. Failure to that, the land reverts back to us. Number 4, how much how much will you ask this? That question again, you wait until we will put the official advert on or about September. But this is not free land. No, I'm sorry, this is not free land. You have to pay Murang'a County government money. We want that money, by the way. That money will be used to fund Inua Mkulima and Dono Smart City. So we really need that money. Yes, so if there's some money. And therefore, the more you are willing to give Murang'a money, the more your chances of getting the land. So consider that. The other issue I've had in this journey has been, what incentives will Murang'a County government give to you investors? They include, one, there's a law that is pending before the Assembly where we are proposing to create a one-stop shop for all your approvals that will be done there. And therefore, that's an opportunity, one-stop shop, regulatory, hand-holding. We will consider waiving some fees. We are currently engaged with the Ministry of Trade and Investment to register this land at Del Monte as a special economic zone. Once that process ends, it will mean there will be tax benefits on that particular land. Finally, another question we have been asked is, will these investments that we'll put in Murang'a, is there any form of quorum? No. Everyone is on board. Murang'a people want opportunities, and therefore we don't have any squatters there. This is land legally owned by the county, and therefore this is land that is present for you, and therefore you are welcome in considering them. Today, you'll be taken through why invest in Murang'a, the opportunities in detail, one by one. Tomorrow, you will go to those sites physically, and then we'll have a golf tournament, and then that is it. Thank you.
Let's clap once again for the governor as he resumes his seat, quite a detailed laying of the context for the different opportunities that exist in Murang'a County, and I hope that in the coming days we'll see success. Now, we will be going into a panel discussion. We're still expecting the arrival of the chief guests. We'll be moving to a panel discussion. Just want to list the participants. We'll have Dr. Irungu Kangata, the Governor of Murang'a, Honorable Alice Wahome, Cabinet Secretary, Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Johnson Mokuha from the Murang'a County Assembly, who is the Speaker, Nora Boyaki Ratemo, Director General KDC, Charles Karondo, Athi Water Chairperson, Richard Ipero Omelu, CEO EPZA, Dr. Kenneth Chelule, CEO Special Economic Zones Authority. The moderator will be Architect Lee Karuri, who is the chairman from Fintrinet. As you prepare yourselves, we'll also be hearing from the Murang'a County Choir, so please come on stage so that you can give us one number. Murang'a County Choir, please proceed. At the same time, I wish to make a few announcements. We're being asked to clear the way the following vehicles: KDH 624J and Nissan. There is KDS 903A Isuzu D-Max, double cabin white. There's KBZ 518V, a Mazda, a Demio white, KDR 827M, KBZ 518V, and KDS 903A. Murang'a County Choir, please come forward.
Tupigane na umasikini.
Let's clap for them. That's Murang'a County Government Choir. Thank you so much for that. Like I had indicated, we're going into the panel discussion that will be moderated by Lee Karuri, and I would invite the panelists to be on stage, and as they do so, we'll also be hearing from the Cabinet Secretary for Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Alice Wahome, who will start by speaking to us, and then she can join the panel. So the panel again is Dr. Irungu Kang'ata, the Governor, Johnson Mukuha, the Speaker of the County Assembly, Nora Buyaki Ratemo, Director General, KDC, Charles Karondo, Athiwater Chairperson, Richard Ipero Melu, CEO, EPZA, and Dr. Kenneth Chelule, CEO, Special Economic Zones Authority. So please, Waziri, come on stage, the panelists.
The Governor, Murang'a County, Dr. Irungu Kang'ata, all the protocols that have been observed. May I take a few minutes to give just a few highlights in terms of planning. As the Cabinet Secretary for Lands, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development, I thought that I may be useful if I did give a few remarks regarding development planning and land use. And therefore, Governor Irungu, thank you very much for this opportunity. This is actually a wonderful moment for Murang'a County, and I'm very happy to participate. I had anticipated that I would speak when the President is here, but I have already said I have observed the protocols, but I'm happy that we are proceeding. It gives me great pleasure to join you this morning, Governor, with your entire team and our visitors and investors on this auspicious occasion of Murang'a Investment Conference, whose theme is unlocking Murang'a as an industrial hub. Allow me to express my appreciation to the county government for the invitation to this important event and for the recognition of my ministry as an important partner in the county's pursuit of industrial development. I am delighted to join the diversity of speakers in this conference, and I wish to congratulate you, Governor, and your county team for this well thought out and well organized investment forum that brings together investors, industry leaders, partners, and public in support of industrial development in Murang'a and the nation at large. Ladies and gentlemen, the investment theme on unlocking Murang'a as an industrial hub is timely. Industrial development is a significant factor in realization of economic development of our country and our county. Indeed, it is a key component of our Vision 2030. And of course, it aligns up very well with our bottom-up economic transformation agenda. My address is aligning well with the sustainable economic growth, the Constitution of Kenya, and of course, the county governments in its planning. And we are aware that this planning, together with the National Land Commission, with distinct but complementary functions, we will be able to give Murang'a what it deserves. The national government therefore plays a critical role in policy formulation, coordination of planning by counties, and providing capacity building and technical support. We are therefore committed to aligning land use for sustainable development and realize that the land underpins all development. The formulation of Kenya's first national spatial plan in 2015 was a monumental acknowledgement of this relationship that really, as a country, is a flagship instrument. It aligns with, the alignment with 2030 vision is also significant in bridging the divide between economic and land use planning. And today, I'm focusing on land use planning. The plan provides a spatial framework for achieving economic efficiency, global competitiveness, balanced regional development, livable and functional human settlements, and an environmental sustainability for high quality of life in the entire country. The plan therefore gives strategic areas of investment by counties based on inherent potentials, development challenges, and unique opportunities for all the 47 counties. For Murang'a, National Spatial Plan gives the Angro potential in Murang'a County and recommends measures for exploitation of the same through provision of appropriate infrastructure for manufacturing. And I have heard the governor really profiling manufacturing as the key to unlocking economic development. It also outlines the county's challenges, including the need to define urban growth limits and to regulate land fragmentation, and this is a serious problem, and gives measures to conserve water towers and forest resources, and those resources are known, including Wajerere Forest, Kimakia, and Kiambisho. Distinguished guests, my ministry plays a facilitative role in industrial development, and I'm therefore willing to work with you, Governor, taking into account that this is also my home county. I'm looking at the legal frameworks to facilitate access to land for investment and industrial development. Such policies include National Land Policy, National Urban Development Policy, National Housing Policy, National Land Use Policy. And these legal frameworks include also the Land Amendment Act, Land Registration Act, National Land Commission Act, and Community Land Act, and finally the Physical and Land Use Act. These instruments facilitate and promote the industrial development by facilitating access to land. Ladies and gentlemen, land use and fiscal planning standards and technical support to counties and surveying, valuation, land administration, and registration is part of the functions of my ministry, and therefore we've been working closely with the governor, and the park development plan that the governor has demonstrated here or displayed here in respect of the Del Monte land. I have had him committing me in advance, but I want to confirm and assure interested investors that the plan is complete, approved by the county assembly, but there is right now a small amendment that we did, which is holding the remaining part of the process. But what am I saying? I'm saying that titling of that land is in high gear, and it's on my table. We are following closely. We have provided technical support by way of land administration and surveying, and therefore titling of that land will soon be complete. I can confirm. Indeed, maybe what is now remaining is 1 or 2 meetings between my office and the office of the Chairman, National Land Commission. Maybe just so that we can get into real issues,
The RAD Records Digitization Program, it's important that I mention that, makes and confers tenure of security to Kenyans in a more efficient and effective way, which in turn facilitates investment. Digitization is complete in Nairobi, and it's also ongoing in Isiolo and Marsabit, and Murang'a is in good place. We're also doing that here in Murang'a. Of course, recently you saw that His Excellency the President launched affordable housing to the tune of 1,080 in Mukuru, Kwaruben. Kenyans are wondering whether that was the end. On that particular project site alone, we have 13,247. I will be talking more maybe at the panel. Murang'a has not been left behind. I have looked at the projects for affordable housing in Murang'a. May I confirm to this gathering that we have 10 affordable housing programs spread throughout the country, and each constituency has a share of affordable housing. The total of those spread in Murang'a are slightly under 5,000 housing units in Murang'a County. In terms of markets, both ESP and modern markets, may I confirm that we have, I think ongoing are about 18 markets in different constituencies, and the last 3, because the total is 23 markets in Murang'a County. May I hear Accra? Yes, 23 markets, and the minimum pricing per market is between 50 and 57 million Kenya shillings. Of course, there were those which were ongoing. We are completing them, Kangari and Muthivi. So in short, I'm saying 23 markets in Murang'a will be completed, and our target is complete those markets by maybe early next year. It will also be important to know that, of course, there are other government projects that are ongoing. I'm basically narrowing down to what I'm doing myself as a ministry. So, and I have seen the partners you have listed. I want to encourage partners, as the governor has said, that investment in this county is quite critical. I think although Murang'a is very near Nairobi, we are known to be the lead in financial sector, because when I see James Mwangi here and Peter Monga and people like Lee, then I know that surely Murang'a cannot be so close to the city, and we are where we are in terms of development. So I think we need now to refocus, and this governor is a very good step towards that, and therefore you can count on the support of my ministry, and I know even in that support, Governor, you have also been very, very cooperative. The particular project for Del Monte, His Excellency the President gave directions that that work must be completed as soon as possible. So it is a project that he's looking closely. I know that maybe when His Excellency becomes governor, you may want to think about a highway, a bridge across the highway, because you know we are talking about crossing between two regions, one on this side and the other one. We need urgently require a flyover bridge across those two projects, because on this side we have Mackenzie, on this side we have the key, and I see, Governor, this will be a very key industrial area where now you have the 1,300 acres. I can confirm that from my ministry, we will also be building a land registry, and Governor has allocated land in advance for that purpose, because this county has only one land registry. I have other counties with 2 to 3, so obviously, mkiangalia nyumbani, we need an extra land registry, and we are leading in terms of the number of titles that are there as a county. And therefore that is coming up. Of course, we have 2,000 on that particular site. I'm saying this so that people can understand what are the projects that the governor has seen through. Of course, already the hospital is there. We are doing 2,000 housing units, that site. We are doing a land registry. There is national government offices there, and there will be other important facilities, including ensuring that we also bring a school there, both secondary and primary, under the affordable housing project that we are coming up with. That is to say, it will be a complete new city. Governor, congratulations for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that great presentation that has come from CS Alice Wahome. Let's appreciate her once more. Now we are ready for this session. It's a high-level session with our leaders, and we'll be able to go through some areas that we'll be asking for clarification, more insights, so that all of us who have come here for this very important conference can be able to be better prepared to invest in Murang'a County. We'll start with a quick self-introduction so that you know who is here. I will skip His Excellency the Governor. He has already addressed us, and Honorable CS Alice has addressed us. So please, let's carry on, and the organization you represent. So Judith, please go ahead. Just, you don't have to give any remarks. It's introduction. Is the mic okay? So therefore, yeah, short introduction. Self.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
I'm very pleased to be here. My name is Judith Omachar. I'm from Kenya Development Corporation, representing our CEO, our demo, who was not able to be with us here. I'm happy to be here and to engage. Thank you.
Thank you, Judith. Welcome.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My name is Charles Kamau Karondo, the board chair at the Waterworks Development Agency. I am also born and bred in Murang'a County, in particular Keharo constituency, and it's an honor to be here today.
Thank you, Charles. Ati Water. Let's continue.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Johnson Mukuha, Speaker to the County Assembly of Murang'a.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My name is Victor Mageto from the Special Economic Zones Authority. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
Cesar, carry on.
Claire Terrigan, from the Export Processing Zones Authority, representing Mr. Richard Pero, the CEO.
Thank you, Claire, for introducing yourself. So we'll start with His Excellency the Governor. You have given, let the Governor consult. Able to attend this conference. One of the areas that investors would be looking at is to look at the manufacturing. You have brought out that and agro-processing is one of the key areas of focus. How prepared is Murang'a County in terms of the ecosystem of the agro sector to be able to plug in to the needs of investors and be able to take advantage of partnerships? How are we organized in the county?
Okay, thank you. Talking to manufacturers, their main concern, it tends to be raw materials. And we are happy to announce that in avocado, Murang'a is #1 producer of avocado in the country. We control about 40% of the entire production. Number 2, Coffee, we are now number 2 after Kenya. Tea, we are number 1 in Kenya. We last financial year, Murang'a got 17.8 billion Kenya shilling. Number 2 was about 10 billion. And then those who want to do milling of maize, we have now doubled our maize output, meaning we do have now maize that we can now sell. And also talking about mango, it's a new value chain coming up, but we are happy that manufacturers in this region, they do have access to mangoes. We have like Sunny Mango, Kevian, Indica, Sunny Mango in Kambiti, Vats in Machakos, Premier in Nairobi, Babadoko. All those are some of the companies Murang'a farmers take mangoes to, and therefore if you are a manufacturer, have their core raw material.
Thank you.
I will be excusing myself because I'm told His Excellency is a few minutes away.
Okay. Thank you, Excellency Governor, for articulating on matters of the ecosystem of the agro. We'll be moving on to Honorable Alice Wahome. Thank you for the presentation that you have given us and your commitment around fast-tracking the title and matters touching on land. You touched on land use planning as a key area of priority, and the nexus of land use planning with the counties, between the national government and the counties around Kenya is very important, and we are looking at how that structured engagement, particularly with the Murang'a County, looks like, so that the land use planning that you have already spoken about can be able to see implementation within the county. And for the investors who are here, as they come in, they know matters of land use and planning are well taken care of. Maybe you could build a little bit on that statement that you gave at the podium.
Okay, thank you very much. May I first say that the Land Planning and Land Use Act requires that, gives the function of planning for land use to the county governments. So to that extent, they have the mandate. Then, of course, they work closely because we provide the standards, quality and standards, and ensure that the approvals at the county level have gone through necessary processes and they are within the law. Of course, we have bad practices as Kenyans. And one of those bad practices is the failure to understand the problem of fragmentation. And therefore, I want to discourage these small plot issues of agricultural land being turned into residential plots. But the nexus between us and counties, for this case Murang'a County, is that all projects of strategic national importance are finally approved. From the developer to the owner to the developer are approved by the Cabinet Secretary. So the role that we play is the final one to provide.
Thank you.
And I think Murang'a has worked well so far and has always sought technical support from us. We will continue to provide that.
Thank you, Honorable Alice. One more question. The matter of digitization, which you brought out. As we have seen today, Murang'a County is very keen on automation, digitization, which complements very well with what you brought out. How is that?
Right now, we are onboarding all the titles.
Yes.
Because first you board them, and then you go live to ensure that all the documentations, the records have been secured. Once you secure, then of course you know that you have security of tenure. I think within the next 1 year we will be done with Murang'a as we do elsewhere. Nationally, I would not say that we have gone beyond 5 counties, but we are working on funding for the entire digitization project, and that is also another area that people who are interested can partner with me, because you are aware that land in terms of revenue, stamp duty, fees, charges, we will be able to actually support ourselves in terms of an investment. So the digitization process as a country, we are committed, we have engaged, we have the system. It's now to continuously now fund it so that we go everywhere in the country. So Murang'a is ahead of others.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that progress report. We are very encouraged. And now we'll move to Judith. And looking at the Kenya Development Corporation, we are looking at the investors and also the county coming in as a partner. How? Yes, thank you, Honorable Alice. Judith, how do you see your role in advancing the investment agenda for the county, both to the investors who are here and also to the Murang'a County?
Well, thank you very much. We see ourselves playing a very big role as KDC. Probably, maybe for the sake of the investors, let me just tell you about KDC. KDC, we are a government-owned institution, a development finance institution. So basically, our role as KDC, or what we play, our function, is actually to promote the socio-economic development of our country. So KDC deals specifically with investors. Now, the interesting thing about KDC is that we have specific sectors in which we are focusing where we need to finance. And you'll find that these sectors are actually what the governor was highlighting here in Murang'a. So I'll just take you through the sectors that we are focusing on. Manufacturing is a key sector that we want to, that KDC is supporting. We are supporting post-harvest management. We are also supporting health. We are supporting climate change. You remember they talked about the landfill. So for the investors who are interested in coming to set up that facilities there, we'll be so happy to engage. We are also in the digital space, digital and creative, and also tourism. Now, KDC is very unique, and why I say how we are going to support the county is that for us, it's not just about the profit motive. We partner with you, and actually we are tailoring our products, or we are tailoring your financing to the needs of that specific investor. And you'll find that even across the value chains or the specific sectors, no single project is the same. Now, the governor has talked about all this area that has been given, that you can set up the SEZs, you can set up the EPZ, and even the KIPES that are coming up. Now, a lot of this, especially the SEZs and the EPZ, you'll be requiring finances to set up, so construction. The kind of solutions that KDC has, our flagship product, and we give you terms that are actually very favorable to the project. We can give you, we factor in grace periods, we factor in long repayment durations, because we realize when you put up a lot of investments at the beginning, you need time for the business to grow, to pick up, to be able to repay.
Thank you. Yes.
And maybe just one final one.
Yeah.
The other interesting thing about KDC is that we can also actually take an equity stake. So please feel free to talk to us. And maybe just, I know because of time, let me just also mention to you that because of the sectors we are focusing on and trying to especially tailor our products to these sectors, KDC is actually going to hold a forum between 2nd to 4th of July, sector specific. And we're inviting all the investors who are here to come and let us have a conversation on exactly how best can we actually support you with financing. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Very good opportunity for partnership with the private sector through the Kenya Development Corporation. Thank you, Judith. We'll carry on. Let's give the plane a minute. Okay, I think we are okay now. We can carry on. We'd like to go to Chair Athi Water, Charles Karondo. Water is a very important resource for development, and looking at this very important investment conference, investors will be looking at water availability, the water resource. What are your plans? What are the existing efforts that you have the future plans that will impact positively towards investments in Murang'a County. Well, welcome, Chair. Ati Water.
All right, thank you very much. I'm indeed, first of all, honored to be seated here today because I not only represent Ati Water in this forum, but I think I also represent my generation. And having grown up in Murang'a, I grew up a very worried child because we only had one company in Murang'a town that was processing nuts. So when we sit here today to discuss about investment and manufacturing and such kind of things, I am indeed very excited. In terms of what we have as Ati Water, I think it's important to first of all say, as government agencies, Ati Water and other government agencies that are represented here, but maybe not on this platform, we have as enablers of development, and especially in issues of manufacturing and investment. And Murang'a County is a water-rich county. As a matter of fact, over 80% of the water used in our capital city, Nairobi, comes from this county. And we have been able to work and provide water in most areas of Murang'a County, while we were able to transport the rest to service Nairobi. And I would say that even as we take water as far as areas of Mavoko, EPZ, to support the EPZs in that area, I can assure you that we are also ready, in terms of offering support to the investors and investments around this area. We have EPZ here. We already have a proposal of modernizing the Chadada intake so that we are able to do about 4,000 cubic meters per day. Our current demand in Murang'a County is about 167,000 cubic meters per day. We are still falling short, but that notwithstanding, we have programs that are ongoing as we speak. Some have been facing some challenges, but I'm sure it's something that we are jointly working together as government to ensure that they are unlocked. But we have donor-funded projects that are ongoing, and especially within the areas that highlight investment areas. So I would want to give any investor the that as a plan, as they come to invest in Murang'a County, I would love to give the confidence that water supply as an enabler is not among the challenges that we expect them to deal, because we have a water master plan for Murang'a County that is already in progress and that's being implemented.
Thank you for that and the assurance about water adequacy, that in fact the locations that have been showcased, that there will be adequate water. Thank you.
Allow me to just add and say,
because of time,
in terms of
yes, maybe very brief comment.
Just confidence that it's not only on water.
Yes.
Because wherever there is water, there is wastewater.
Yes.
So we also have the wastewater component where they were covered. We are already finishing up a project at Keno that is worth around 1.3 billion.
Okay.
Just deal with wastewater management around these areas.
Okay. That's also very, very important. It's water, sanitation, sewerage, and it's a comprehensive program. Thank you, Charles, for that. We'll go to Mheshimiwa Speaker Johnson Mkuha on matters of the County Assembly. You did explain that County Assembly approved the Murang'a Industrial Park Master Plan, and the Governor gave us some of the key areas of highlights. Could you expound, because that's an area, that's a high focus destination for investment. What are the other users? What are the opportunities? A little more detail on that master plan and opportunities.
Thank you, Lee. I indeed privileged to be here. Let me say, at the County Assembly, our work is to oversight, to legislate, and to represent. And the moment we got into office, the first thing we realized through our Committee of Land is that Murang'a is land rich. The best way to get the highest, best use of land is to make legislation that will assist the executive perform. In a bill, considered it and made it into an act called Murang'a County Lands Allotment and Leases Act of 20. that we delink all these bureaucracies that are normally in the government setup. So a committee was set that would look at the entire county and the entire land format and the highest best use. Among the lands is what we are calling the industrial park. And yes, a master plan came to us for consideration. And when it came to us through our committee of land, again, we looked at it, but we had other objectives, and we said, why don't we go the industry way? So therefore, the 1,300 acres, 500 was set up for EPZ, and 800 was brought in for what we are calling SEZ. And in this particular one, we had to make what we call live, work, and play. When you are considering it, we want people to live in there, we want people to work, and we want people to play, have the facilities that are required. It is for that reason that the County Assembly demarcated and made up zones. Out of there, we can improve the health facilities of people, including tapping in investors who would come with other ideas. 57 acres was sent for recreation. What that means is that anybody who would want to come, put hotels, theme park, roller coasters, whatever, they are ready to come and be considered there. We know that all this will have traffic within them, and we set aside 3 acres for bus park. Somebody asked why is that an investor opportunity? It is. Somebody can come, set up the cabros, set up the facilities, set up the toilets, and will allow you to levy. Then you make your profit. We set up schools, 16 acres. We left it for schools. And needless to say, living, we set up 12 acres for housing, and affordable housing, and another 22 acres for housing. We know that we will need infrastructure. We will need roads, we will need power, we will need water. How is that then an investment opportunity? What we said is that the county might not be able to have that money. But if you come with an idea of a PPP, private partnership, we can allow you to do the roads, and then we can actually allow you to levy and recoup your money. And finally, we were sure that we will need services. Therefore, we set land for issues to do with the administration, the police, the county government, the county assembly, and many more. So we considered wholesomely, and we went through a vigorous check, and we give it a clean bill of health to proceed. And that is why we are here today.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for articulating the opportunities that are very diverse around the Murang'a Industrial Park. And this master plan, which has already been approved by the Murang'a County Assembly, will be available for you to look at the opportunities that have been explained. I would like to move to our next panelist, who is here, Victor Mageto. He's the director at CESA, Special Economic Zones Authority. There has been engagements between the Murang'a County government and the Special Economic Zones Authority in terms of advancing the partnership around investments within the Murang'a Industrial Park. So, Victor, you could articulate what are the areas that you're looking at partnering with the county to advance the investor needs for the Murang'a Industrial Park.
Thank you, Lee. Participants and delegates, good afternoon.
About a bit louder because we have some external engagements going on. Okay. Mageto, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Politi, that's the Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Chirule. I'm in business development, and I want to focus on the Sagana City, I think you call it.
Yeah.
Sagana City. Sagana City. Yeah, Sagana Industrial City. I think so.
Yeah, Murang'a Industrial.
Murang'a Industrial.
Murang'a Industrial Park.
Yeah.
The one the Honorable Speaker was explaining.
So I think that is the larger industrial park, but within the industrial park, there is a special economic zone. Now, the special economic zone, which we have worked with the Murang'a County, the governor has come to look to
process the license, I think, twice, and that is really showing a lot of commitment from the county government. And we have been able to brief the ministers in the county, the CM, and so information about special economic zone is understood by the Murang'a County, according to my knowledge. Number two is that when you are creating a special economic zone, you are literally setting land aside. And Murang'a set aside land that is big enough, about 800 acres. That is really good land. And I think they are the only county that has gone beyond 500. I know Homa Bay County has 500 acres as a special economic zone, which is at Riwa, but Murang'a has come with 800 acres. And this is really important because on 800 acres you can do beautiful infrastructure, you can do very good warehouses and industrial sheds. And we are happy to partner with you in this. Our role as zone is fourfold. First is to regulate the zone, and therefore that zone, as it were, the 800 acres, will be considered outside the country. So whoever will be operating there will be operating with one license, which is offered by a special economic zone, and all the other licenses will not apply within the zone. So it creates a very good environment for business people to operate within. They will not have any botheration from any other licenses after you have undergone our licensing procedure. And number two is that we also help in development in terms of helping Murang'a County to look for partnerships, which the speaker has talked about very eloquently, and we also help in marketing that zone. So I've heard a lot about marketing in terms of industrial and manufacturing, but I think there are many areas that we need to think about, including the creative economy. Nairobi is just here. We are so blessed to have a market just close by 5 million people or 6 million people, and that is really a big economy which you can supply anything, and also the online economy is there, and the market. So you can do anything in Murang'a and sell anywhere in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Victor Mageto, for articulating the partnership areas with the Murang'a County government and focusing on the special economic zone that has been earmarked within the Murang'a Industrial Park, and coming with the incentives and the various value adds that will be able to be showcased to the investors. So as the investors come into Murang'a County, please see CESA, the Special Economic Zones Authority, as a partner who is already on board. And now we'll be discussing your entry as investors. We also now would like to move on to our next panelist and presenter, Claire. Claire is with the EPZA, that the Export Promotion Zones Authority. Claire, you're welcome. As we have seen in the master plan of the Murang'a Industrial Park, there is an EPZ that has been earmarked, and that was also shown by the Honorable Speaker. Could you articulate how the EPZ will work within the Murang'a Industrial Park, and what your role to promote investment in the EPZ as EPZA? Claire, welcome.
Thank you very much. So my name is Claire from Export Processing Zones Authority, popularly known as EPZA. Our mandate is mostly to manage the EPZ program and to ensure that all aspects of the EPZ Act are followed by the investors. So we currently have 105 zones in Kenya. 5 of them are, so we have 10 public zones, so owned by the government of Kenya, and 95 zones privately owned in 25 counties. First of all, I would like to congratulate Murang'a County for their first investment forum, and I'm here proudly to market or promote the first ever public EPZ in Murang'a County. So that is one of the things we'd like to say. One of the big difference between EPZA and SCZA is EPZA focuses on export-oriented investments to export outside East Africa community. SCZ allows you to be able to sell locally, but EPZA is focused on export outside East Africa. Incentives to the investors, and right now one of the hotspots for the EPZ, for the investors that we are getting right now is Murang'a EPZ. And Murang'a County has given out, as a per the master plan, 500 acres of land, which is currently, so on phase 1, we are at 50% development, developing 4 warehouses, 11,250 square meters. Currently we have 9 strong investors who've expressed interest in this, setting up in these zones. 3 want to set up in the industrial sheds that we've set up, and the rest want to take up the zone. We have 2 strong investors who want to take up the whole zone. One of the reasons is Athi River is already full, or is approaching, is almost full, and Murang'a is very close to Mombasa. The water table is very high, so a very good interest in Murang'a County. And also the proximity, also the young people are here, the universities are close to here. Kenya is seen as we are very knowledgeable and easily to be trained. So investors are always looking at that when they're coming to the EPZ program. So currently the EPZ, yes.
Can conclude, Claire?
Yes, I will conclude. Yes. So currently Murang'a is home to 3 private zones, which with this current zone is 4 public, 4 zones in total, employing currently 1,300, all of them in avocado oil and avocado processing. And just to let you know, EPZ is not about FDI investment only. It is also about DDI, domestic direct investment. Please, investors, invest in the EPZ program. The requirements are very easy. You must be able to export outside East Africa community. It must be a brand new company, and it must just be export oriented. And the application fee is only $250. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. We have come to the end of our panel, and the topic that we have been discussing here, if you look at your programs, for those who have the program, is unlocking Murang'a. Chairman of Athi Water, Bwana Charles, thank you for coming over to articulate matters. Water resources are sufficient. Development finance is available with Judith here. And then Speaker Johnson Mukuha, thank you for the work you're doing at the County Assembly. And also taking us through the entire Murang'a Industrial Park Master Planning. Victor Mageto, Special Economic Zones Authority, and your readiness to support from EPZ, Export Promotion Zones Authority, that you are ready, and in fact you see huge opportunities for investors to come over to Murang'a County. Let's applaud the panelists. Thank you. Let's give them a proper applause. Sam, welcome back. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Lee, for the good work that you've done to take us through that panel discussion. Now, I have a very good announcement. You go grab some lunch. The chief guest, the President of the Republic, is within, so he will be here in the next 30 minutes, so please proceed. We'll invite the Deputy County Secretary to give us the instructions on where you will pick your lunch, but please, let's keep time, try to do as much as possible within 30 minutes. Yes.
Thank you. Our lunch area is just